Para mí Emilio tiene unas capacidades muy superiores a Jonathan Wynn.
Creo que John Wynn, creo que para mí es el favorito absoluto.
Daniel Arazola, ahora la pregunta que te he hecho antes te la voy a volver a hacer. Mójate.
Yo apuesto por Jonathan.
Cool. So, checking into the hotel now. Last night we stayed in an Airbnb. We can't stay there again because we've got too many people. So, my wife and mum and kids will stay in the Airbnb. We'll stay in a hotel. So, checking in now. Then we'll head to the venue. The venue the course looks like a good Spanish course. I love racing in Spain, so this is an awesome opportunity to race in front of the Spanish crowd where it first started for me. I'm confident. I have to be going against all these guys, but I've got experience. This is not my first rodeo. I've done this quite a few times. It feels like I think I've done 11, 12 elite races. So I just need to stick to my race. I know my paces, not get caught up in the emotion of it, and just be conservative at the start, especially if the sleds are going to be a little bit heavy, which I think they could. I need to do well there. So excited, pumped. So we'll check in and then we'll get over to the venue. This room's good for the two of us. Me and McConey, he's filming now. We've been spending quite a lot of time together side by side now. We've been doing these long form YouTube videos. So there's the venue. Beautiful Barcelona. I think last time I raced here in Barcelona was when Hunter broke the world record when he was coaching me. So that was a couple of years ago, before Manchester World Champs. So and Jeffrey did the 56 as well. So I've got a little bit of history here. I love racing here. Should be a good afternoon. So I got given some new shoes by Puma last week in Paris, and so I usually race in the Sauconys, and the reason is because I've talked about it quite a few times. My athletics don't really fit in racing shoes, especially the carbon fibers, because they're so narrow. So I got by Puma, I got given some probably like 2 years ago, and they didn't quite fit because they're so narrow. And when I put this in, so I haven't used them, but the new model, these DV83s, they seem to fit quite well. So I trained in them during the week. They're good. They feel fast, which is good. Not like the Sauconys. So they feel fast. They're stable. I was a little bit worried because they feel fast. Generally, they give up stability, but these seem to handle pretty well. So I'm going to wear these today and hope that they bring me a little bit of luck as well. Alright, so we're going to head over to the venue now. Watch the women race. The women are a good indicator of how the course is going to be, especially the Women Pro. It's a bit hard to tell with the opens because the weights can be quite light and carpets move fast and whatnot. But this is one of the advantages of the men racing after the females. I know maybe they might prefer it the other way around, but we get to see and sort of judge. I can tell sort of what the course is like by their times and how they're looking. So that's I'll be going over doing a recce of how they go, and then we'll start to get warmed up and get into it. it's quite warm this morning. Like I was in a singlet at like 8 o'clock, and then it's come in cold, not cold, but like you can see I'm wearing a jacket, but yeah, a little bit, it rained as well, so it could be, it's a little bit humid. So the cooler actually helps with when racing, yeah. Not the humidity, but if it's not too humid and it's that cooler, it seems to keep your body temperature a lot better. When we're racing, that's one of the biggest factors which cooks us, and we lose performance is that heat tolerance. So this is what I've been implementing in my training now for, I think it's like 3-4 weeks. I did it before Hong Kong, and now I'm gonna post this race. I'll be doing about 6 weeks of it, 6-7 weeks of the heat training in preparation for Chicago, because I see the benefits in it. So the ideology sort of is you train hot to race cold. So the thing is, it's a little bit cooler. It's going to be not too bad, as long as it's not too humid indoors. Ready? This is a good venue for actually warming up.
Yeah.
Because you can.
Yeah, you have a lot of place.
Some venues, when it's winter and there's fucking there's nowhere to run. There's like,
Yeah.
and sometimes there's no runners, and you're like, what the fuck? What do you
pull on and there's the bike, yeah.
How's your sleep?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, okay.
Nervous?
Not really. Not really. I'm not far away. You? Ah.
Yeah, look, it's.
So you're watching?
Just want to get going, yeah.
One day.
I like just to get over and done with.
Yeah.
And I see the women, three chicks who aren't, it look like they're going to qualify, aren't my favourites. Yeah. The
What is?
Chris Muda,
Yeah.
she's good, yeah. But
Yeah.
Camilla,
Accumulates far, yeah.
that's 1 minute behind.
see John Wynne just on the left of the screen there. Like this sled pull in particular is his strong station. We've seen him make up like a huge amount of time in Elite 15 majors just on the sled pull alone. So. Australian Special Forces, you know, he knows how to dig deep. He's told me before he's like miscounted laps in a race because he just like he's hurting so much that he loses his mind and he can't even like count the laps, and he needs people to help doing that for him. So he's really digging deep here.
Yeah, as John Wynne is dropping Lucas Storer. John Wynne going or moving himself into fourth, but how close can he get to the leaders? We know he is willing to fight. We know he's willing to leave it absolutely all out there.
That was tough. Super tough. The sleds were fucking hard.
For example.
We did well.
Yeah.
We did well at that. It was a tough course. Those sleds were hard. Coming out of those lunges, it was hard.
Yeah.
Sixth?
Yeah, same. I'm not far.
Sixth in this race is Caliber. Next year.
Yeah. It was John.
Next year.
Thank you, John. I'm not far. But I'm happy for John. And we go in Mallorca for the sled pull.
Just did an awards ceremony, so it's official. Ended up with third. Had to wait quite a while because of there's different waves and some faster guys coming through. So I was a little bit nervous at the end there, but officially third. Yeah, this was a tough race. The sleds were tough. Coming out of that sled push, my legs were just blown up. But I was in a good spot. I come into sled pull and I know that's where I make up a lot of time. I knew if I was able to come out of sled pull in the top 5, I had a really good shot at this. I was able to do that. I come out with Emilio, got into the burpees, which I held my own. Row I did not too bad. And then I started to fall a bit with the farmer's carry. So I knew I had to send it and go hard on the lunges, which I was able to do that. I gave myself the best opportunity to qualify. Come into the warbores, I think I was 4th. And when I looked over at the first 3 guys, they were, I think all of them almost on 30 warbores. So I knew I was gonna have to almost go unbroken. Almost did that. I think I stopped on 92, I believe, and then had to get the last few out. And I was able to pass Emilio, so another Spanish competitor. So third in all, really happy. It's been a long season, and it's going to get longer right now. I was unlucky to miss out on all these majors, but like last year, I left it to the very last race, and to get that last spot in third, I'm really happy, really proud. I stayed in the fight, and that's what really matters, yeah. So now recover and try to get my fitness that little bit higher. My heart rate's still got to improve a little bit. I'm still not at my full potential. So hopefully in the next 6 weeks I can sort that out and come into Chicago in my best fitness possible and get ready to compete in my 3rd World Champs.